It is the 30th of May, and we're going to be covering what's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is broken down, which means altcoins are failing for at least a short time. But how long is this going to be the case? Then we've got some other crypto news as well. Cetus, which is on Sui, some Jupe stuff, which is very, very bullish. DeFi, kingdoms, etc. Let's get amongst it. All right, so this here is Bitcoin. It is broken down. The analysis has been done by Tyler, one of the TA guy on my team, who's been following the Pazzinos, and he follows multiple others. We try to aggregate information and give you like a TLDR. Of course, things go up and down. That's just the nature of it. Nothing is financial advice. And in addition to that, because the market is not as easy as just like long or shorting, this is why this is the case. When in doubt, get some Solana, stake your Solana, and just chill, enjoy, get a real job, etc. But if you want to leverage or do anything like that, you need to be a little bit more mindful. So these are the ranges. It's broken the range, which means Bitcoin in the short term should be going down. At present, the resistance of the previous top resistance is acting as support. We could hover around here. If this breaks on the short time frame, we could certainly break. We'll probably dip down to the fib at 0.5. 0.5 fib, just 103,000 something, or 102,677. That's where where we're kind of thinking. Of course, it can come under and then close up or whatever. We're looking on the 4-hour chart on this. If this breaks though, then Michael Pazzino says that even if we jump down to the 0.5 level and bounce off, we are still in an uptrend. It's just, a correction that happens in the uptrend. So that's just something to keep in mind. The market cap dominance of USDT, it was coming to this level where we wanted to come here and we're just going to be blast off. If it comes down here, things are going to be absolutely insane blast off. But this is the trend line which it has to break. It needs to stay under this for us to start getting more lucrative. And we bounce off it as kind of, unfortunately, expected. You typically find a lot of resistance at these support lines. Now, zooming out on this, you can see how many touches it kind of gets. And we've touched and we're coming up. So maybe we come up and then we come back down. Now, Jason and Michael have basically said Bitcoin could come on down, but their expectation is 7 to 14 days. Remember, you got the FOMC meeting, 18th of June. That is likely to be a bullish event, even though there's going to be no change in the interest rates or whatever that's expected. But it's still, the market likes these for whatever reason, and it aligns with M2 money supply as per Raoul Pal. So that's what we want to basically go on. Now, keeping in mind with all this, essentially, Filecoin is now invalidated. A lot of the trades that we've just put into Telegram, which you can follow and use your own strategies to, they're essentially invalidated. I'm thinking they'll come back into range within 7 to 14 days, but we can't look into the future. Now, the Popkins Mint is happening over in Sui, and this is doing very well. Thus far, 27,500 have been minted. They're like raffle tickets. So get amongst this. I'm still expecting this to be well over 100,000. And this isn't like the greatest deal, but if you are using Slush Wallet, I'm now using on Sui, I'm using the OKX wallet. 25 Slush Wallets just scored a Popkins Mystery Pack. So check it, go and connect them. This new news here is that Wallet Connect teases Solana mobile inclusion in the WCT token claim, which is pretty cool. Maybe it is the Seeker. I would imagine it'd be Seeker, so they get more distribution. Not bullish on this token. I will just be selling the token. But look, if they're going to keep on making crypto better, I'm down with that. Just letting you know that typically you get an airdrop, you sell the airdrop, typically. Now, this man here, James Wynn, he's been liquidated for 100 million. So meaning 100 million of his capital has been reduced, but he doesn't have 100 million. That's all in leverage. But he's down because he's just, he's just basically gambling at this point. He's down, his P&L is down 4.7 million with funding of almost $700,000. Remember, he was up to 87 million at one stage and then 10 million, and now he's just losing it. The casino is fun. Certus has said that the vote has gone by. 90% of validators and stakers voted in favor. Their Certus is back online, and the next week will not be easy. So probably looking at some sort of refund if you're a part of this. I've never used Certus. After that 1 week. So maybe within the next, hopefully 10 days, but we'll keep you updated. DAM V2 is now officially out of beta. Haven't managed to like make a tutorial on this because it is hard. The trenches are hard right now. But if you have the time, you have to jump to the LP Army Discord and just make friends in there and just lock it in there, and you will make some winners. But I haven't, because I can't do it like 24/7. So I do want to do something on this. I definitely will, but I want it to be a good tutorial that can be used to be profitable with your own research in LP Army, of course. New proposal from Flash Trade: revenue sharing versus growth over everything. It's trading now. If you hold FAF, or even if you don't, if you know how to trade these markets, you can trade these markets and just make money regardless. And this has 2 days, 5 hours remaining. And at present, it looks like it's going to be approved, which I think is the right decision, but the markets have to decide. This is some mega news from Jupiter, so well done to them, by the way. Remember to check out the Jupe and Juice vote information. That's a proposal, not a vote live yet. So Global Unified Markets vision from Jupiter basically is stocks and things, tokenized stocks on chain, swappable on Jupiter. And they have now signed with the Kazakhstan Stock Exchange a memo aimed to develop a dual listing so you can IPO and tokenize shares in parallel on Solana. So this is massive. And I haven't been to Kazakhstan, but some of these companies that are, need some extra skin in the game in order to make it in the less traditional sense, they don't have mining resources like Australia or whatever. They're approaching like, how can we make business better? And that is like very, very bullish on the economy. Finally, DeFi Dungeons. I'm still covering this, still playing this. The item scrapper is now live in Night Vale. So if you have a merchant, you can take your excess armor and you can actually make like loot bags, which you're going to need before the new expansion and crafting begins. So that's all. Get amongst it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be back with more tutorials tomorrow. Cheers.